So why don't you walk us through the early years, your early days at, federal intern, clerk, prosecutor? What shaped your courtroom approach?
Sure. So, yeah, federal intern while I was in law school, I actually did an internship with a federal district court judge in New Jersey. And it was probably crazy to do, but I would come home from Connecticut on a Thursday night and I'd have to be there on a Friday, an all day Friday. So it was a lot of commuting. So I had to drive from Connecticut back to Jersey, and then I'd have to go to Trenton, which is where the internship was. And then after that, I did a clerkship with a Superior Court judge in Sussex County, New Jersey, which is kind of a rural place. And then coincidentally or ironically, we ended up in Morris County because we were part of the same vicinage. And court terminology means they're joined or connected.
Okay.
So the judge got transferred to Morris County fortuitously from me because that's where I grew up. And I ended up getting a job as a prosecutor because they were hiring. And I had some experience in family court, which was with domestic violence and family juvenile delinquency matters.
Hmm.
And that's where I was in the prosecutor's office. Then I rose through the ranks and ultimately became the head of sex crimes and child abuse and vehicular homicide. And then one case kind of changed everything that I had prosecuted. It's really a tragic story. It was a vehicular homicide where a mom was killed, and the husband was an attorney, and he was instrumental in changing the laws in New Jersey to what the laws are today,
Wow.
where mandatory sentences must be given if you drive drunk or recklessly and kill someone. There's a mandatory sentence of 3 years minimum state prison, and there was not that minimum when the case came about. And he was instrumental in changing the laws in New Jersey, and those are the laws that exist today. And he was an attorney himself, and he started a foundation speaking to high school kids or students about the dangers of drugs and alcohol, and awareness about being a driver or passenger. And he was speaking to a lot of high school students throughout the state of New Jersey. And sadly, he was jogging near the site where his wife was killed, and he himself was struck by a car and killed.
Wow.
So the board that he had created needed a speaker to devote to these presentations that were being done at high schools. So I left my job as a prosecutor and became just a defense attorney at that time, and really wasn't thinking about focusing as a defense attorney, but ultimately that's where I ended up. And I spoke to probably 77,000 high school students in New Jersey over a period of about 2 years.
Wow. Wow.